nothing, but what do you think the appropriate tip to give somebody who, like, if, let's say that you don't know this, but that your bag's getting delivered to your room, and, like, in a hotel, and the person, like, you know, puts it on the bell cart and brings it upstairs to your room, and then is like, knock, 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 and you're like, well, actually, they're, like, trying to open the door, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you open the door up, and you're like, and they're like, oh, I have your bag, and then you're like, oh, thanks, and you take it, and they're like, do you want me to put that on a luggage rack? And you're like, no, 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 it's totally fine. How much should you give them for a tip? $5?
About $3.
You think $5?
About $3. About $3. $3. Yeah.
Nothing. You think nothing?
About $3.
I don't know. I don't think he's like, I don't understand why you're supposed to tip them. Okay, well, here's the thing.
They get paid. We get paid hours.
What country was stayed? Last night here. $5? Okay, alright. It's not the price right any longer. We're off the price right. Okay. Right. But I was paying him in American. Okay, just hold on. Let me tell you. Hold on. I gotta tell you what happened. I have to explain myself. I mean, first off, I thought Chris who is our lovely, he does sound for us, but he is also our tour manager. Yay for Chris. Yay! You just said yay in my monitor. It's good, Chris. I'll do that again. But Chris, one of the luxuries, one of the only luxuries really, I mean, like, because all the things that appear to be luxuries in our career, or our lives, our lifestyle are not luxuries, they're total myths. But one luxury that started about 2 years ago in my life is that when I wake up, in whatever city it is on that bus in my little pod, you know, with all those other people, the one thing that I don't have to do is go and open up the incredibly heavy bay door, dig around in the scary bay. At any point the bay door could fall. I could be crushed to death, I could be locked in there forever. I mean, it's difficult to say what, like, there's so many things that could happen to me, but I don't have to do that anymore. My luggage, when we arrive at the hotel, Chris brings my luggage into the hotel for me. So when I wake up in the morning, I know, it's amazing. This is better than you hear about drugs and alcohol and sex and fame and fortune. Does not matter, okay? Not important to me. One thing that I get excited about is that when I wake up, I know that my bag is in the hotel room.
And that your pony has been fed.
And my pony has been fed and washed. And so I can ride my pony later on, and she looks beautiful and majestic, okay? So,
the bejeweled saddle is on.
Yeah, whatever. So, last night we got into your lovely city, probably about 2 in the morning-ish. And I got up to my room, and it was a big room. It was a really nice room. There was this dividing wall. There was like a living room. I was like, whoa, this is like a step up from where we usually stay.
Welcome to Milwaukee.
I know, it was amazing. I love Milwaukee. It was amazing. I was like, nice room. So far, so good. So far, I've got absolutely no complaints. I'm walking around the room, and all of a sudden, I'm like, where the hell is my bag? And I'm like,
Damn you, Chris.
wow, she could have been an actor. Shut up. So I'm like looking at it, I'm like, where's my bag? I'm like, oh my god, I'm in the driver's room. Like, I'm in our bus driver's room, and I'm like, oh my god, Chris gave me the wrong key. So I call Sarah, and I'm like, is your bag in your room? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, my bag's not in your room. She's like, oh, the guy just dropped off the bag, so he'll be there. And I'm like, oh no. Because I usually carry my own bag. I was like, I don't know what to give for a tip. What do you give for a tip? I mean, I didn't even expect a half tip. I had no bra on. And, you know, I just thought I was going to go in the room and my bag was going to be there. Yeah, that's a tip. Thank you, Mr. Bruce Springsteen. You're my favorite audience member of all time. Honestly, you are becoming my favorite. It's kind of funny. I'm thinking that at some point I'm going to have a great... You would? I love Scarlett Johansson. You know a lot about me. It's creeping me out. Security, keep an eye on the guy with the bright green shirt. He seems non-threatening, but you never know.
He actually kind of looks like security, so we might need a few security.
Okay, so anyway, the guy came, he brought me my bag, I was hold on, and I went into my wallet, I was panicked, and I gave him $3. And I feel bad now because everyone seemed to go $5, but I mean, I know, if I had $2 more, I probably would have, but as Sean witnessed today at lunch, I had to borrow money from him. I did not have any cash in my wallet, so $3 was all I had, and I wanted, my instinct was $5, but that's all I had, and I kind of felt guilty, but then I was like, fuck this shit, I didn't even want my bag to be carried. I wanted my Chris to carry the bag upstairs, and I don't have to pay him anything.
It's true. Guess what though? Guess how much I tipped him?
You tipped him nothing.
Nothing, so you looked way better than me. I just looked cheap. Well, anyway, I just want,
if that lovely, young, handsome bellman is in the audience, I just want to let him know that I apologize and I owe you $2. So.
and a ride on your pony.
And you can ride on Sarah's pony anytime you want.